Hi guys and welcome. Today we're going to go through a huge craft haul that I got from Temu. So I'm going to, I've written out the prices here so I can go through it with you. And I've also written out, if you want to search for it and purchase it yourself, the title of the listing. So this one was just, if you search under Corner Punch, it was $8.47. And it's got your straight edges for your tags. If you turn it over. So if you want to do the ears on your tags, then it's very similar to the ones you can buy in your craft stores. The next item I got was, and I've purchased these before, they're really hard acrylic. They're called transparent jewellery box with drawers, and they're $14.39. But if you can see, the drawers are nice and thin. So, you know, I store things like ephemera. I'm just pulling some out of a drawer that I've got up here. You know, like your ephemera, like your words and things like that. And because they're clear, you can see what's in them. And you can even put labels on the drawers. So, and then they do stack on top of each other. So on your, in your studios or where you do your crafting, you can have a whole stack of them and everything's at hand, like your pins, your buttons. I've got even some of my smaller, my corner punches and that in one of them. This one here, I wanted some paper clips. So this is a variety of colours and it's 300 pieces. And the title of the listing was Colourful Paper Clips Set Assorted Colours, $8.09. But you get, and these are Australian prices too, but you get 300 pieces. So it's going to last you a while. Or you can go halves, you know, if you've got a friend that you craft with, you can go halves with that as well. This is a booklet. Let me pull the plastic sleeve off. And it is listed as 200 sheets, large size retro plant letter background, $6.36. But look how much you get. Great for collaging, tags. You just get so much in that. And the quality's not too bad. It's not thick and it's not thin. If you can see, it's not too bad at all. But absolutely love that one. So I'm going to have to be playing with that one. This one was 10 pieces of straight liquid ball gel pen, quick drying. $2.75 for all of these. So let's have a quick look on what the quality's like. I'm just going to grab my notebook over here. Oh, beautiful. So, you know, if you're a doodler like I am and like to doodle or outline stuff, they're awesome. $2.75 for 10 of those. Then we're going to go through some papers. Love this. This one's 36 sheets A5 vintage leaf scrapbook paper, $6.48. So it was a little bit dearer. But let's have a look at the papers. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So they're real vintage, like shabby chic. All your neutral tones. Looks like you might get a couple of each design, which is awesome. Beautiful. Love that. And it's not quite an A5 size. Let's see. So it's 8 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. So a good size if you're doing like your 8 or your 7 by 5 journals. This one here, vintage inspired scrapbook paper, 10 sheets A5, $2.79. Great numbers. Let's quickly pull it out. So you can have a, because it's good to know what you get in these packs. And they do have like a photo with a spreadsheet. Isn't that beautiful? Spreadsheet of what you get in the pack. So this one's got some advertising, got a lot of numbers throughout it. Love that. Beautiful. So $2.79 for that one. This one's similar. So this one's Charming Ephemera 10-piece pack A5, $2.98. And the packet doesn't want to come open on this one. Like I said, great for collaging, or even, you know, to stick down and be a starter or a background page of, isn't that beautiful, of your journal page. And the quality is really not too bad either. It could be a page just on itself. This one here was interesting. So Scrapbook Savvy 36 sheet A5 vintage winter. And I think I might have Googled photos, $6.48. And you get 36 sheets in here, which you can cut up. So all these little small photos, you can put on clusters. I'm sorry if that's glaring on you guys. So you can cut them out individually. It's got some bigger photos, smaller. Really good value pack. That was $6.48, but look at how many you get. And you can cut them out. You could even, if you didn't want them on paper, which as you can see, the quality is really good, but you could stick it onto some cardstock and put on your clusters. This one here I loved. The name of this listing was Vigus Vintage Japanese Newspaper Style Craft Paper. $1.83 for all of this. I love anything Japanese, and the colours in this one are just absolutely gorgeous. So you got like cherry blossoms, water lily or lotus. A couple of more in the papers. Got some 6x6 papers too, but I'll do a couple of different items before we get to those. I'll just finish off these 8x5.5s. This one was titled 10-piece A5 vintage pattern paper, $2.98. Look at that, gorgeous. It's a beautiful collage papers. You can stick them to tucks, tabs, tags, pockets. Journal page on their own. This is the last one of this size. So this one is a 20-piece large size wildflowers material paper, $3.01. I just love anything botanical. And the quality is really good too, guys. And you could fussy cut these out too and put onto your projects as a focal point. You don't actually have to use them as papers. Look at that, it's beautiful. I won't go through them all, but just giving you an idea of what's in the pack. Absolutely beautiful, love those. These ones are a bit smaller size, so they are 5.5 by 7, and this one is 10 sheet plant pages material paper retro insect. So this one from memory, I think they had a drop down, $1.97. They had a drop down that you could get animal prints as well, but I stuck with the botanical. I really like the botanical. Look at the old style edges. Like they're straight with the pieces, but they've got like ripped bits of paper. You've got fruit, flowers. So you could cut these out and have them in your journals. Beautiful collage. So some vintage vegetables. It's upside down. Mushrooms. Absolutely beautiful. Love them. And then this one was vintage floral scrapbook paper patch, $3.59. So I'm not sure how many you get in this one, but this one does feel thicker. And once again, you can fussy cut these. The quality of the paper is really good. Great collage. Do it as a pocket. They're just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. So that's the paper pads. I'll go to the 6x6 a bit later. Then I wanted some playing cards. So these ones are giant playing cards, oversized deck for poker, $5.45. But you would see some YouTubes where they actually alter the cards. So the cards themselves, if I can get them out of the packet. The cards themselves, there's a couple of blank ones there, but just to give you the quality. So, you know, that could become a pocket, and then you just collage and put ephemera and that over the top. In art journaling, you know, they might put some tissue paper, and they like pieces of the actual card sticking out. It can be a pocket, it can be an insert, a flip out, anything like that. But yeah, these are slightly bigger than the playing cards. Then I wanted some vintage style ones. Now these are vintage 36 card tarot deck with archway design. So each design's got like an archway, and they're a little bit dearer at $4.49, but I'll show you them. Look, they're just beautiful. So, you know, you could put some coffee dyed paper on the back. I mean, you can even journal on that. It is a shiny surface, so you'd have to be mindful of what pen you used. But you could put some coffee dyed paper over the top of that to journal on, and then they can simply be a piece of ephemera that's tucked inside your pockets or your layered tags, anything like that. You could turn it into a tag as well. And then I wanted some seed packets. So you get 50 pieces in this. So it's, the listing is 50 pieces brown seed envelopes are resealable, so $4.36 for 50 pieces, and I'll just pull one out to have a look. And I actually like that they're on the brown paper. So you could ink them up, you could, you know, put a little cluster down the bottom here. They're plain on the back, they're a pocket as well. Just lovely. If you love working with envelopes in your journals, then they're a good little addition. So these ones were a little bit dearer. So these were $13.48, but I love working with watercolor as well. And these ones were the really good brand Bahong Artist Postcard watercolor paper. So 300 GSM, this cardstock, and I'll pull one out just to show you, like, really, that's your watercoloring on the background. That's just the back page. The others are plain, but I will still use this. I'll collage or do something over the top of that. But I thought I'd use some watercolors on that, have some fun with some stamping, maybe do a bit of collaging. Just wanted to get them to see what they're like. But the quality of them, like I said, absolutely beautiful. So they're going to take a lot of inks and water and things like that. So I'll be having a play with those. This one here was interesting. Now you get 1,000 pieces in this one. So it's 1 times box, 1,000 sheets of vintage old labels, stickers, and it's $9.74. But like I said, you get 1,000 pieces. So look at all these labels that we've got to play with. So there's all various colors. So you've got your plain ones, your brownie ones, your green and red ones. Variety there of sizes, as you can see. And what I liked about this is there's a lot of really tiny ones. So you know when we do our clusters and it just needs a little something something, then these are a great size. So they're sort of a little bit in the size of the Tim Holtz Curator ones. So really love that. And you get 1,000 pieces. So I'll have to go through and sort them into colors later. This one here was, I really like the flower pictures on these. So 25 pieces of Lily Retro Craft Paper Postcards, $4.49 for 25 pieces. And they're really good size. So you get the postcards on the back. Actually, that might be the back piece. I'll just get one of the others out. Oh no, they've all got something on there. Okay. So you get your flower on the front. So once again, you could add some lace, collage. You could put a pocket across there. The quality is really, really good. And then on the back, you've actually got your postcard. So you could put something down the bottom if you didn't like the writing, which I think it just explains it all. Do some stamping, put an actual faux stamp on there, turn it into an actual postcard, because we've all got those types of stamps to do that. Or they're just a great for a pocket or tuck where you can completely cover it, collage it, and use it in your journals that way. But I really love the flowers on the back, and you'll see all the different types of flowers that you get. I liked these ones because, you know, sometimes we want flowers, but we don't want bright and vibrant. We actually want the vintage neutral tones in our journals. This one here, so I'm going to be experimenting to make some of my own washi tape. This here is artist tape. So the name of the listing is Artist Tape for Watercolor and Painting. So you get 3 pieces for $5.59, and they're different widths, as you can see. You get the widths are a little bit over 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 1/4 inch. Now this one here, if you watch a lot of my videos, you'll see me going and using this a lot. So this one comes with 9 large eye blunt needles, stainless steel, $1.95. So you get this great container, and then you get all these bookbinding needles. So they've got a really large eye, so really easy to thread with your twine or your string or your butcher's twine. And there's a few different sizes in there. But it's a great little container, so you're not losing your needles, and I have that in my bookbinding drawer. This one here is a little stamp, and here's the sticker that come off it. So 1 piece of vintage date wooden rubber stamp, $2.44, and it's a little rubber wooden mounted stamp. And that's it there. So it's date, and then you can circle Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I thought that would be really great to make some little labels or tickets, or just, you know, some sort of ephemera that's a bit different to what you normally have. Bulb pins, or this one's 100 pieces. They call them gourd pins, G-O-U-R-D pins. I've written there bulb pins. $1.60 for 100 pieces. And these ones are all antique bronze, as you can see. So they're a good size because they're not too big. So a lot of what we do when we add a dangle or something, we don't want too much bulk. And then we've got vintage herbal themed decorative paper, 40 pieces, $4.49. Now this I think is on in like a little booklet. Oh no, it's just got a belly band or a topper on it like that. Don't throw these away. These are great too. You can always make a notepad out of that and cover it. This actually feels really light, but the quality of the papers, look at that. They're just beautiful. Great size too, so you wouldn't have to cut them down. You could make them into like a pocket or a tuck. All in your neutral tones, your herbs, your flowers. Great if you're doing a big botanical journal. And like I said, they were $4.49, which I find most of the papers are around that $4 mark, even the 6x6, which we'll go through in a minute. This one here is pack of 30 cards and 1 sticker, botanical, $4.48. Now these are actual cards, and they're a postcard size, and you get a sheet of stickers in there as well. So they're actual, you know, I'd say that's about a 300 GSM cardstock. So you've got the front there, and then you can either just ink or distress the back for journaling. Great to put in your journals, just for some extra journaling space. But look at these, we'll go through. That's a great one. You can add something to that. Plants. Some with writing, butterflies. So you get a really good variety. not just plants, music, paper, butterflies, mushrooms, butterflies. I hope that's not too glary on you guys, because it is, they are a shiny surface, but they feel matte on the back, so great for writing on the back. Beautiful. So lots of variety. So it will suit most people. Bit of advertising. I love that, because everyone likes botanicals, mushrooms, butterflies, if you're a journaler. And they're real vintage. It's got a bit of a vintage vibe going on too. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. I hope that's not shining too much on you guys. Absolutely lovely. So that one's definitely a tick in my books. And these two, very similar. So these are like long strips, tickets. 30 sheets of a retro tickets long strip sticker, $2.79. And this one was 30 pieces, 1 pack of animal, plants, butterfly hand account. So I don't know, that doesn't sort of equal what that is, but that's the exact description, $2.83. I'm just going to open up one pack to show you, because to me they're both very, very similar. And you got all these beautiful tickets, strips, tickets. So you could, say for example, like they've even got the hole punched. They are stickers, so be mindful of that. But you could cut that across there and just have that one sticker. Also, you know, these types of things, I get inspiration if you're making your own little strips on, you know, how they put it together. So you get a little bit of creative inspiration from that as well. While we're on stickers, got a few packs here. 60-piece retro English sticker set, $1.98. Let's have a look what we get in here. So it's a good variety. And they're a good size too, because quite often, you know, you get small stickers where you want something a little bit bigger. So they're sort of labels and numbers. And $1.98 for all of those. These ones here, 55 vintage style cat stickers, funny stickers, $1.97. I wanted, for my art journaling, I wanted something a little bit different. So these are sort of like little characters. Look at that, aren't they cute? And you can use them in your journals as well, because they are very much like a vintage theme. If you don't like the white edges, you can go around and fussy cut that. I've seen a lot of people do that too. Sit down in front of TV or Netflix or something and cut them out. And these ones here, Crafty Charm, 50 pieces, vintage dusk sticker set, $1.97. So you're looking at under $2 for 50 stickers, so it's pretty good value. And these just like a good mixture of sort of like a vintage vibe. Got some great photo ones, clocks, portraits, paper doll type things. So yeah, for $2, 50 stickers, that's pretty good. So guys, let me know in the comments down the bottom if you're finding it helpful that I'm going through the title of the listing. Does it make it easier for you guys to find? If you see something here that you like and you want to buy, does it make it easier? I'm not going to pull all these out, but these are your plant stickers, and I use a lot of these because I love adding greenery throughout my journals. And you get 40 pieces, so 40 pieces of plant and flower black outline stickers, $2.44. And they are a bugger. So they're a clear sticker, which I love working with clear stickers. Okay, now some dies. So I was on the search for some dies to add, just some decorative elements to my, say, clusters or pockets, etc. So I had a look, and I think I just went, might have been decorative metal dies. So this one is a grid decoration, DIY craft metal cutting die, $1.74. And I'll pull this one out and show you. And I haven't cut any out yet. So look at that. You wouldn't even have to tear that. So that piece there on a tag, a pocket, a cluster, and then you put your cluster over the top, and you've got all this beautiful, it'll be like vintage grid, and it'll look like a scrap, which was absolutely gorgeous, all for $1.74. So, and once you have that, you can cut a million pieces out of it. Great way to use your scraps up as well. This one here is a honeycomb, but the title of the listing is one piece of metal cutting die for paper card. So $1.25. And once again, great for background clusters, just to add a little bit of texture to your projects. And you could, once you cut that out, if you didn't want it as a strip and you just wanted, say, an element like that, you could tear it and you'd have two pieces out of the one cut. But once again, great. I might even do a video on using these dies, because I really can't wait to get my hands on them and play with them. This one's like a fine mesh. So the title of the listing was one piece metal cutting die, which really doesn't tell you much. So you're likely to get hundreds. You'll have to search through. But $1.60 for this one. And they feel really good quality too. So if you see this one, it's sort of like a more of a hessian. So it will cut out like little rectangles basically. But yeah, $1.60 for that one. This one here, I think I searched on leaf dies. So I got a leaf cutting die, $1.34. And looking at it closely, it looks a bit like holly. So great for Christmas journals, or if you make Christmas cards. And I like the strip of that because it'll go up the side of a page of your journal. It'll go also across the bottom. So obviously you could cut it wherever the stems are. You could cut it and just have a smaller piece, or go that way. But really looking forward to playing with that one as well. So you're going to have a lot of die making videos probably. Oh, sorry, yeah, ephemera making videos using metal dies coming your way, guys. Floral metal cutting die, so they pretty well all got a similar theme. I may have searched flower cutting die on this one. This one's a little bit dearer, $4.49. However, I really liked this one because it comes in a plate, so it's still like a thinlit die or a normal die. So you run it through and you're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 flowers out of it. And they're a great size. Like, to give you an idea, they're 1 inch by 1 inch. So they're a 1 inch flower. And it actually cuts a little bit of a decorative piece out of the petal. So you get some texture in your petal as well. And you could layer those by turning it to the side and getting like a multi-layer flower. But we'll be also playing with that one, making a heap of flowers, you know, for our clusters. This one here's the same, floral metal cutting die, $4.49, and this one's like a daisy. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you get, every time you cut it, so you could run it through like that, and you're going to get 20 flowers out of it. But this one's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be little daisy. So, and once again, the size is great because you want those petite flowers. So it's 1 inch by 1 inch. So 1 inch flower. That one's probably slightly under 1 inch. And then my love of mushrooms took me to these guys. Original Lovely Layer Mushrooms metal cutting dies, $3.48. And it comes in a few different pieces, similar to, I guess, some of our better known brands. And it's going to be about layering. So, you know, you do these tops in browns or reds, you do the stem themselves in like a creamy color or a brown color, and then you just layer it over the top. So we'll be playing with those ones as well. They were $3.48, so really not expensive to do lots of little ephemera pieces for your journal. This one here is the more solid ones. They're mushrooms as well. So autumn inspired mushroom metal cutting dies. These ones are $4.86. But I really love these ones because I'm thinking I'm going to do them on either white or cream cardstock and then get my inks out and colour them. So down here you got your grass, and then this one here is one piece. So you've got all your stalky mushrooms with the little cone heads, and then you've got your traditional rounder ones where so you'd ink the top of that and you know, define the bottom just with your inks or your watercolors or whatever you've got on hand to play with. Got some pressed foliage here. So these are leaves. I love adding greenery, but I'm thinking about putting it between some vellum or acetate and sewing around it. They're 24 pieces of dried pressed plant leaves, $3.99. I'm not going to pull them out because they're quite delicate, but you actually get 24 pieces. So the pieces are about, they look like they are 2 1/4 inches by about 1/2 inch wide, and there's 3 rows of those. More stickers. This one come with a little metal tin, so it's 50 pieces of vintage plant and mushroom themed stickers, $3.45. So let's open it up and have a look what we get in here. Some of these packets are a little bit more difficult. I don't know whether they've been stuck for a while or it's just me. So it's stuck down. Great little tin. That one looks a little bit damaged, but it won't affect how we use it because it's on the bottom. I'm going to open these up and we'll just have a quick flick through what we got. Beautiful colours in these too, and they're the clear stickers, which is what I love. Probably should, let me grab a white background for you guys so you can see. Look at that. So it's just some really different, you've got flowers, leaves. Look at those roses, beautiful. And then I think they're all flowers, these ones, but you could also get some mushrooms in it, which is why the title covers off both. So a lot of these you'll have a drop down and you can pick the pattern that you would like. And then it comes in this beautiful little tin. So you could have this on your desk and you've got your stickers. They're ready to go. Or you can use this little tin and put your bulb pins in it, or your little paper clips like those 300 that I purchased before. And that's your little tin. Gorgeous. So when you've used all your stickers, you've got your tin left over. These I love. So these are vintage inspired 10-piece decorative lace papers. So once again, I was searching for, and they're $2.09. I was searching for some texture type things to add to the journal. So look at that. It's like a die cut, really. You know, you could use it as a whole piece. You could tear it down and just use pieces of it. You've got butterflies. Just gorgeous. And I love the colours too. Really neutral colours. There's, oh, that's nice and thick. Quality is really good. Some of them are thinner, so the brown ones there are thinner and these are thicker. So love those neutral colours. Olive green's one of my favourite colours. And we've got this. I was interested to see the quality of these ones. So it's a library reading list. So you can put your book title, your date, and how you rate it. This one was 20/50 pieces. I got the 20 reading list bookmark, so you can use it as a bookmark if you're reading, or you can just place it in your journal. It's 20 by 7.6 centimeters, $3.97 for 20 pieces. So they're an actual bookmark. You could make it into a tag. You could put it in there and have it as a tuck spot in your journal. It's blank on the back. As you can see, really good quality card. So definitely very happy with that one. We'll do some stamps next. So I want to sit down and you know, make a heap of ephemera, which I always do anyway, but I wanted to go along the ticket avenue. And I've got, you know, the Stampers Anonymous ticket book, stamps and all of that, but I just wanted some smaller ones and just some different bits and pieces. So I went on and what did I search? I may have searched vintage stamps or ticket stamps, but the name of this one is Air Travel and Movie Tickets Clear Stamp, and it was $1.76. Now granted, these aren't as good a quality as, you know, you get elsewhere, but for the sake of the exercise, to sit down and just do a mass stamp and make a heap of ephemera that you normally pay $10 or $12 for, it's still worth the buy. So, you know, I've got a transport ticket, some smaller tickets which I want for my clusters, and love these two. I would cut them out and leave them as a two set, and you could also cut some out and have as a smaller one. But for $1.76, definitely going to have some fun with that. This one here's the same. I was searching for coffee inspired stamps. So this one's one piece silicone stamp and rubber seal coffee retro, $1.74. So I bought some beautiful paper from Stamperia, which is coffee themed. So I wanted some little ephemera pieces. Hopefully you can see that without too much glare. So it's got like a great little ticket. It's got just like a brand stamp type of thing. Some more like little label type things. But yeah, really cheap. So, you know, even if you got them and you don't like them, you haven't forked out too much money, and you definitely will use them. This one is Vintage Travel Ticket Clear Silicone Stamp, $2.86. So as you can see, it's an A5 size. And it's got some really great, you know, I liked the ovals and the different shapes. You know, you could simply cut. I also look on how easy is it to cut. I think that one there, I've actually got a scallop stamp similar size to that, so that'll be interesting. And I am going to sit down and do a heap of tickets and that, guys, so watch out for that video. But $2.86 for an A5 size. The quality feels a bit better on these. So anyway, we'll wait and we'll watch this space, and we'll wait and have a play. The last stamp one I got was Vintage Airmail Stamps, $2.51, and it's a little bit similar to that last one, but it had a couple of different things on it. So I liked the small ticket because sometimes they're a bit bigger. I like the triangle ones, you know, the mini ones, so we can actually do some mini ephemera. Look at that little date. So quite often if we're doing mini clusters, we need the littler things. And then down the bottom, these are a good size, you know, labels, cut them out, and they all look, and you've got your standard postage stamp there, and a smaller one that might be maybe a 3/4 of an inch circle, which I should have a punch for that. Love this one. It's a date, but it's an oval, so you can stamp out with all different colors, which is what I'm going to do. I'll have a little bit of a stamp and ticket making session with you guys. And then what we've got a few things left. So we've got some 6x6 papers. So I'll go through these relatively quickly. Vintage newspaper pattern scrapbook paper packs are 24. So they're all roughly around your $4, your $4.50 mark. But the papers, I'll just open this one, and then the others I'll leave in the packet. just to show you. Look at that. They're just gorgeous. And the quality is really good. You won't be disappointed. This one's sort of like a bit of a Halloween theme. So 36 sheets of junk journal scrapbook paper pads. Because this one's a little bit different to what I normally buy, I will open it up and show you. Look at that, gorgeous. And you can use, I love that. So I fell in love with the flowers on this one. And I like these type of thing too. I don't do a lot in Halloween. So, you know, I would probably tear and use the sides of these somehow, maybe, you know, the butterflies and the pattern somehow. But absolutely love the colours in that one. That's why I bought this one. Same with this one. 36 sheets of junk journal scrapbook paper pads. So they're pretty well much got a similar type title. So you may have to sift through a few listings to get to this actual one. $4.54. Look at that, similar colours to the last one. They're just stunning. Just stunning. That was and these are the type of papers that you think, oh yeah, I want to use that. When you go to use it, you go, oh no, they're too beautiful, I can't use it. Then this one, you see a lot of, well, I use a lot of blues and reds and that in my journals because I love using all the different coloured inks with your labels and your ephemera. So this one was blue and red scrapbook paper pad, 24 pages, $4.24. And I will quickly show you. You get all these beautiful pages. I'll just do a bit of a flick through for you. But great way to add a little bit of colour to your journals. This one's lace, so 24-piece wooden lace textured pattern scrapbook paper. I know I said I wasn't going to go through them all, guys, but some of the papers, they're just too beautiful. Look at that. They're just too beautiful not to. Gorgeous. This one here, vintage. Now, this one's only got 12 sheets in it. 15.24 by 15.24. Vintage scrapbook paper, $2.44. But it is only half. There's only 12 pieces in this one. But they're gorgeous. Look at that. So you get good variety. This one here, Atlantis theme scrapbook paper, 36 sheets in this one, $4.98. So you're getting an extra 12 sheets for about 50 cents in this one. The papers are just rich. Look at that colour. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. And the last paper pad, 24 sheets value pack mechanical scrapbook paper, $4.39. So like I said, they're all around the $4, $4.50 Australian, that is. So if you're into a bit of steampunk, these are gorgeous. I love the colours in those too. And we've got this one here. So 15 sheets DIY album scrapbook handbook material, $2.84. So I was interested to see what was in here because I've seen some outlinings of gold. So I don't know whether you can see that. I hope you can. The rabbits are outlined in gold and it's a vellum. Look at that. And then the birds. So there's just some pieces on each. Let me grab. Look at that. And the gold. Can you see the gold? The rabbits. The gold. So these are all vellum. Birds. The bird and the bird cage. Foxes. Butterflies and mushrooms. And then you've got some pages that are just blank in similar patterns. So you've got a good mix of vellum and paper in that one. Absolutely cool. And then I went on the hunt for some of these wooden sewing and embroidery thread spools. So you get 6 pieces in this one for $8.98, and I wanted the bigger ones, look at that, to put some laces and stuff on. So I absolutely love that. Or twine. So if you buy stuff in bulk, which is what I do, and then you only want some of it in a drawer because you can't fit everything in your drawer, I pull some off. So this will be great for me to put some of my most commonly used ones on there. I also got some smaller ones. These were 7 pieces for $2.96, and I thought they would be great to give in Happy Mail. So to put some threads or something on and send them in your Happy Mail. I'm in a monthly Facebook group called, here in Australia, called Junk Journal Creative Swaps in Oz, and you know, we go in and pick what events we want to do for the month. We get signed up with partner. This one too, 7 pieces, $2.76. So I bought 2 lots of that. And yeah, we make something in that theme that we've picked, and then we post it out. It's so much fun. Vintage wooden spools for sewing and crafts. So these ones were $3.84 each. So shop around for your sizes, but that one, these ones will fit a lot on it. And like I said, I just wanted to get a couple of different sorts to find out which ones that I really like. So these ones obviously were nearly $4 each, quite expensive. Whereas these ones, the 6 pieces, if we have a look at the size, these are the better buy. 6 pieces for $8.98, and you're getting very similar. You can fit similar threads or laces on them. Okay, yes, this one, it's like the piece of resistance. Looks like a normal stapler, doesn't it? So this one's called One Piece of 360 degree rotating stapler, $7.19. We can use it as a normal stapler like that, or we can rotate it. So let's just get into perspective what we're doing. So if it was a normal stapler, let's say this was a book. So it's an A5 piece folded in half. Can we staple the middle of the book? Sometimes we need to curl it up. Yes, we can quite nearly get there, but you know, we've got all this folded up, and if we've got like 20 pages or something in there, it's going to be a little bit harder for us to do. But if we rotate it to the side like this, look at that. We're endless of what. So we could do an A4 size. So look at that. If it was an A4 size page book, we can staple it. So guys, game changer, I thought. If you like making little notebooks like I do, and you know, I do have a big industrial stapler. It's really heavy and not always on my desk, but I thought this one here, it's a normal stapler for the quick projects. And then if we want to do something a bit bigger, like our, let's say this, that's the middle, we were going to staple this one. If we put that in there, it only reaches to there. But if we change the stapler there, then we can come over here and staple the binder. So yeah, for $7, not even $8, absolutely love that. I'm always on the hunt for storage, so I got 20 packs of large clear die stamp storage for $9.32. So basically they work out to be 50 cents each. And they're pockets that you put your stamps in. What I do too, depending on the stamp, so if you're buying, you know, your cheaper stamps, so they will fit your larger brand stamps in there. But if you're buying your cheaper ones like this, so you store it in there. But what I do, because they're not that thick, I will put, I'll just use a piece of paper, but you'll get the idea. I'll put a piece of cardstock, so I'll cut it to the size and the width in there, right? So you can see this side, And then over the other side, I can put another set. Okay, so you got 2 stamps in the one, and if you got them in the drawer, you can pull it out and go, okay, what am I after? Oh yeah, so I'll pull that one out for the day. So it's just a really neat way. You can put them in a drawer like that and just, you know, flick through them. It's just a really neat way to store your stamps, because I've tried a few different ways. This one here, and I feel like my desk is closing in on me. This one's a 52-piece clear stamp and die storage bag. So this one for 52 pieces was $20.74, but you get the magnetic sheets with it, which I'll show you. Labels too, if you want. I mean, hey, we can always use a label. I'm not going to put labels on mine. But, so you got your pocket, and then you've got your sheet of magnetic strip. And then where was our die before? Oh, it goes on this side. So when I take them apart, they'll all be together, and they won't be floating around as a little piece, because sometimes they can get damaged. You know, I can even turn that to the side and fit my other one in. Maybe. When I cut them, I will be able to anyway. So I can fit that in. So I've got all my mushrooms together. And then once again, you can flick through a storage container. You've got all your dies in one place. But absolutely love being organised like that. It makes your crafting more fun. The last thing I've got, so the lucky last thing, I once again was on the hunt for storage ideas, and this is what I come up with. It's got a carry case. Now that doesn't pop out, but a carry case you can get your fingers under, and it's called a 3-piece set of 9 compartment is snack boxes, $25.48. But the quality of it was really good. So, and you can pull these out. So if you were, let's say you had all your labels in here, or your pins or your buttons, etc., you could just pull that out and put it on your desk for the day, and then put this away. They do stack on top of each other as well, because the handle lays nice and flat. I just thought it was really cool. So I don't know what I'm going to be putting in there yet. It may be my tickets that I make up in the next video, guys. You know, all my stamp tickets and labels and ephemera and things like that. So definitely we'll do that. You could take those tubs out and have it as a just a container by itself, and have all your washi tapes in it. You know, totally clear all the way around. But thanks, guys. I hope you got some great ideas in here. I've certainly got a variety of stuff there for you. Now I've got to pack it all away and yeah, get ready and have a play with the stamps. I think that's my first thing on the agenda, and then definitely want to do some die cutting with those dies that I've got. But thanks, guys. Thanks for your time today. If you haven't already, would love you to subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below. Thanks, guys. See you on the next video. Bye.